I'm Jessica Lombard, Associate Superintendent.
And I'm Superintendent John Berkey, and this is Huntley 158 Today. Well, Ms. Lombard, when you're in the car, do you ever listen to the radio?
All the time. You crank that radio up, sing out loud, nobody's around, windows rolled up.
Well, you may have noticed, but a couple years ago, a new radio station came on that is called Huntley Radio, and you can get it within about a 5 to 10 mile radius of Huntley. And we have two people here today who are heavily involved in Huntley Radio and actually helped it formed. We have Bill Geheren and Kate Curtin, and we'd really like to...
Dr. Berkey, if you listen to Huntley Radio, you know it's the Duchess and Sir William.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bill, could you start off by telling us a little bit about Huntley Radio and how it got started?
Sure. There were 3 seniors that live in Del Webb that wanted to start up a radio station. A couple had some experience with radio in their previous jobs, and they were all retired, and they wanted to put together a radio station, initially specifically just for Del Webb. And one of the 3 seniors is Jim Carollo, who was he's actually in the Hall of Fame for WGN Radio, and he said the only way this is going to make it is if you make it a community all through Huntley type station. So they broadened their horizons and the scope of what the radio station was going to be all about, and started writing down the plans on the napkins, so to speak. And it started out as an online station about 5 years ago, and had to raise some money to pay for the equipment to get it onto the FM dial, and it's been on the FM dial now for about 3 years. It's an all-community volunteer-run station, so everybody that works there is doing it for the love of radio, so to speak. And what's really neat is we have young kids there that are as young as 3rd, 4th grade that have been on, and we have seniors that are well into their 90s, and kind of everybody in between.
So what type of shows, if I wanted to turn on that radio and listen, what type of shows can I find on Huntley Radio?
It is very talk radio heavy throughout the day. You can find everything from agriculture, news and views to local community interviews of people in the community or events that are happening. Sir William and I have a comedy show. There's lots of different things. And then over the past year, also a lot of people have started their own music shows. So throughout the evening and in the morning, we do have a morning show that has both your local community events, weather, etc., as well as music to get you started in the day, and then throughout the evening it is music as well.
Now the two of you did start your own show, actually back, I think, kind of at its infancy. Can you tell us a little bit about your show?
Sure. I'll let Sir William tell the story because it actually has grown into what it is today.
That's right. We were driving my son, Michael, who probably most of the people who watch your video know who Michael is, as I live in his shadow. Michael, we were driving him cross country to check out some different colleges, and he threw out the, "Hey Dad, you should do a radio show." And I had another friend in the car, and I couldn't figure out why he thought that would be a good idea, and we started talking about it, and 20 minutes later we had a show and a name of the show, which was originally called Two Dudes and a Dog. And through a series of fortunate events, the dog turned into the Duchess.
So Kate, what got you involved in Huntley Radio and this show?
That's a good question. I've known Bill personally for the last almost decade, and I was really thrilled that he was starting to do this. My background is in performing. I went to Emerson College and got my bachelor's degree in acting. So I was heavily involved in the theater world here, and Bill and Travis were so kind as to let me come on and promote the shows that I was in, and I had a lot of fun. I really enjoy being out in front of people. I enjoy entertaining people, but there was something magical about sitting behind a microphone and I could say my own words and I could be my own characters. So at the beginning, when it was Two Dudes and a Dog, my friends and I would come on. It was a lot of improv and a lot of silliness, and we'd create different characters. I think you've even met a few of those characters. But now that it's created into this Duchess role, which yes, it is a role, and I'm well aware of that, I really enjoy it because we've also taken this little improv, or what we call in the podcast universe a non-scripted show, but we are giving back to our community.
And you both do a number of public appearances to that end, right?
We
to
do.
be very involved
do.
in the community. Now, one of the things that I believe you started last year, Bill, was Huntley Radio started broadcasting the Huntley High School football games, and our season, had a good season this year, and you did all the games. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, the person I mentioned earlier, Jim Carollo, actually did football games at WGN for the Chicago Bears. So he kind of knew what to do there and knew that it would be realistic as long as we had a couple things happening for us right here at Huntley High School. So we came out and did a site survey, and we needed a certain internet connection and the space to be able to do it. But we started last year, we were just going to do one game. We did the Jacobs game, and then we did the next one, the next one, the next one, ended up doing the rest of the season. But this was really our first full season this past year, and we even actually took the team on the road and did the Stevenson playoff game as well. So we actually have 6 people on our team that's broadcasting on the field, and then we have about 6 more behind the scenes that are doing all the technical things. So it's quite a production, but we've actually gained several thousand people who we know are listening on the internet or following us on social media. We do Facebook Live, Twitter, all the different social media sites as well. So it's been a lot of fun, and I think especially for kids that have parents or grandparents who might live out of town or other relatives that live in other states, it really helps them have an opportunity to hear their kids or their grandkids and how they're doing in the football games. And not just the football, we have the football, there's the cheerleaders, the dance team, the band. It's a good majority of all the Huntley High School students.
Well, I think the growth of Huntley Radio has been phenomenal, and I can't imagine that there's a community radio station anywhere that's gotten to the level in such a short time that Huntley Radio is. So thank you very much to you and to all the other volunteers who have made Huntley Radio what it is today. And thank you very much for being on our show today.
It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you for having us.
And thank you for joining us at Huntley 158 today. If you have questions you'd like answered, topics you'd like seen covered on our show, or future guests you'd like seen as well, reach out to us at our District 158 Facebook page or Twitter, #Ask158. Until next time.